10 most horrifying discoveries under the ice that changed history, beneath the frozen silence of our planet's coldest places. Secret sleep. Secrets so ancient, so horrifying, they were never meant to be found. But as ice melts and science digs deeper, things once buried forever are clawing their way back into our reality. From frozen viruses to lost civilizations, and even unidentified creatures no one can explain, tonight, we journey into the abyss beneath the frost. These are the 10 most horrifying discoveries under the ice that changed history. Watch closely. The deeper we go, the darker it gets. Chapter 1. The Zombie Virus of Siberia. Pause. In 2014, Russian scientists drilling deep into the Siberian permafrost stumbled upon something ancient, a virus, 30,000 years old, perfectly preserved, and, unlike most fossils, very much alive. They called it Pithovirus sibericum. But what chilled scientists to the bone wasn't its age. It was the fact that once thawed, the virus reactivated and infected modern cells. If a harmless virus could survive 30 millennia, what else might be waiting? Deeper down? And then came a second discovery, another ancient virus, then a third. Experts now believe we're just scratching the surface. Could prehistoric pandemics be hiding beneath our feet, just waiting for the ice to melt? Chapter 2. The Frozen Soldiers of World War I. The year was 1918. A fierce battle raged high in the Italian Alps. Thousands of soldiers vanished into a blizzard, swallowed by snow and war. Decades later, hikers found something grotesquely preserved in a glacier. Two Austrian soldiers, frozen in mid-action, rifles still clutched in hand. They hadn't decomposed. Their skin, their clothes, untouched by time. One had a final expression of shock, his mouth open in a silent scream. As the glacier retreated, more bodies emerged. But here's the mystery. Some soldiers were found miles apart from the battlefield, with no wounds. What happened to them up there? And why does no official war record mention their sudden disappearance? Chapter 3. The Ice Mummies of the Andes. High atop the Andes Mountains, a group of archaeologists unearthed a nightmare. 3 children, perfectly mummified, buried beneath volcanic ice. They weren't victims of exposure. They were sacrifices. Incan priests had taken them up the mountain, drugged them, and left them to die. But what horrified researchers most was their condition. The 15-year-old girl still had blood in her organs. One child still had lice in her hair. They looked like they had just fallen asleep. DNA tests revealed rare genetic traits lost to modern humanity. What other forgotten bloodlines lie under the ice? And why were these children chosen? Chapter 4. Lake Vostok's Alien Life. Buried beneath 2 miles of Antarctic ice lies Lake Vostok, a lake sealed off from the surface for over 15 million years. When scientists drilled down and took samples, what they found shocked them. Strange microbes, life forms that didn't match anything on Earth. One species had DNA sequences unlike any known life. Some experts whispered what others feared to say out loud. Could this be extraterrestrial? Or evidence of life that evolved entirely apart from our known biology? What's even more disturbing? Russia halted access to the lake and has kept most findings classified ever since. What are they hiding? Chapter 5. The Melted Mammoth Graves. In the Siberian tundra, local hunters discovered something monstrous. A field of bones. Mammoth bones. But not just a few, thousands. all in one spot. Some skeletons bore marks of tools. Others had broken limbs, suggesting a brutal death. Scientists believe ancient humans may have lured entire herds into pits to harvest meat and tusks. A prehistoric slaughterhouse, frozen in time. But one theory chills even further. That this was not hunting, but ritual. A sacrifice. To something. What kind of ancient force required so much death? Chapter 6. The Greenland Dark Zone. Satellite images of Greenland revealed a terrifying anomaly. A stretch of ice turning black. Not dirt, not ash. But living microorganisms, thriving and multiplying. They're changing the very chemistry of the glacier, accelerating melt. But here's the mystery. Where did they come from? Some scientists believe they were locked away for millennia, now awakened by rising temperatures. Others suggest a more disturbing possibility, that the microbes are adapting, learning, evolving. If life can wake and grow in a world of ice, what might it do next? Chapter 7. The Nazi Ice Base of Antarctica. In 1938, Nazi Germany launched a secret expedition to Antarctica. What they found, or what they did there, remains one of history's great unsolved puzzles. Rumors speak of an underground base buried beneath the ice. Base 211. After the war, U.S. forces sent a mission, Operation High Jump, to explore Antarctica. They returned early. Reports mention hostile activity. But no one talks about what they saw. Could the Nazis have discovered something unnatural? Why have satellite images of certain Antarctic regions been blacked out ever since? Chapter 8. The Eight-Legged Monsters Beneath Ice. While exploring subglacial lakes in Antarctica, scientists encountered colossal jellyfish and even stranger things, gigantic crustaceans, transparent fish with antifreeze blood. But then came the footage that sparked fear. A massive eight-legged organism moving just beneath the ice sheet. No species has ever been identified. The camera was lost shortly after due to equipment failure. But the sonar scan was undeniable. Something huge. Alive. And watching. Is it possible that entire ecosystems have evolved in isolation under Antarctica, unseen, untouched, and hostile to intruders? Chapter 9. The Frozen Forest of Alaska. Deep in Alaska's permafrost, miners struck something unexpected. Trees. A prehistoric forest, flash frozen in place. Some trunks still had bark. Leaves were fossilized mid-motion. It was as if the forest had been hit by an instant freeze. Something no natural storm could produce. Worse still, preserved inside the ice were ancient insects, including species never seen before. One had pincers longer than its body. Geologists found traces of iridium, often linked to asteroid impacts. Did a celestial event freeze this forest in a single moment? Or was it something else entirely? Chapter 10. Ötzi, the Iceman's Curse. In 1991, hikers in the Alps found a human body, over 5,000 years old, emerging from glacial ice. They called him Ötzi. His body held secrets, ancient tattoos, an arrow wound, and tools far ahead of their time. But then, the deaths began. People connected to Ötzi's discovery, scientists, journalists, even the hiker himself, began dying under strange circumstances. 7 died within years. Accidents, avalanches, mysterious illnesses. Coincidence? Or had Ötzi been buried for a reason? Beneath the ice lies more than just history. It holds the forgotten, the forbidden, the things the earth tried to hide. But as the planet warms, the locks are breaking. We are digging deeper, asking questions we may not be ready to answer. Because some things under the ice were meant to stay frozen. And now, they're waking up. Subscribe, like, share. If you enjoyed this journey into the frozen unknown, don't forget to subscribe for more chilling mysteries from the edge of science, history, and fear.